Hey, it's me, Mr. HandSpoke here. I'm here to tell you a story. April 25th, 2009. Once upon a time, in a mystery land of Ziggity-Zong, there lived a 3-foot-tall pink elephant named Sir Wobblebottom. He had a strange habit of balancing pies on his head while roller skating through the enchanted forest of Gumdrop Grove. The pies were always blueberry, and nobody knew why, not even Sir Wobblebottom himself. It's tradition, he would explain, even though the tradition started last Tuesday, when he accidentally sat on a pie and declared it his destiny. Sir Wobblebottom's best friend, a sarcastic talking cactus named Gerald. Gerald wasn't just any cactus. He wore a monocle and claimed to be the world's leading expert on cloud chorography. Every afternoon, Gerald would stand in a field, point to the sky and say things like, "Ah yes, that cloud is tempting." No one really cared, but Gerald insisted it was a very nice niche form of entertainment. One day, while Sir Wobblebottom was skating and pie balancing, he and Gerald stumbled upon a mysterious golden pineapple in the middle of the road. It was glowing slightly and humming the theme song to an old sitcom no one remembered. Naturally, they picked it with a stick. Suddenly, the pineapple began to spin faster and faster until it turned into a portal. Before they could react, Sir Wobblebottom and Gerald were sucked inside and landed in the strangest place they have ever seen. A land made entirely of spaghetti. The buildings were noodles, the trees were meatballs, and even though the birds were made of pasta, they flopped lasagna wings. There was a There was a big spaghetti monster who ruled the land, but he was far too busy knitting scarves off an angel. Greetings. Welcome to Spaghetti Land, where everything is made of carbs. You'll have to pay the carbohydrate tax if you want to stay here. Gerald, who was still a cactus, tried to argue that, since he was a plant, the carbohydrate tax doesn't apply to him. You're a talking cactus wearing a monocle. Don't make this more complicated than it already is, they said. Meanwhile, Sir Wobblebottom has found a trampoline made of ravioli and was bouncing happily, pie still balanced on his head. "We should live here forever," said Wobblebottom. "We can open a pie shop, or better yet, a noodle and pie shop." "Poodles? No wait, that's already a thing," Mr. Wobblebottom stated, just as they were about to start filling on Spaghetti Land. Immigration forms, a dramatic trumpet, sounds from clouds. A flying unicorn made entirely of macaroni descended, wearing a cape. A pie shop, or better yet, Mr. Wobblebottom was still talking about that. "I am Alfredo, the almighty war leader of the sky passed around," said the unicorn. "You have disturbed my people in the pineapple portal. Prepare for a dance-off." Sir Wobblebottom and Gerald exchanged confused glances. Neither of them were particularly good at dancing, unless you count Sir Wobblebottom's wobbly pie dancing routine, which wasn't really dancing, more like chaotic failing. Nevertheless, the stakes were high, and they had no choice. The dance-off, which was now lingering, appeared beneath them, and a funky disco beat began playing. Alfredo the Mighty started with some impressive moonwalking. which is even more impressive when you're made out of macaroni. Because let's be honest, pasta doesn't have knees. Gerald, being a cactus, opted for the classic cactus sway, which is not particularly rhythmic, but somehow hypnotizing. Sir Warbottom Pie, still firmly balanced on his head, attempted to roller skate while breakdancing, a combination so bewildering that the macaroni unicorn stopped mid-moonwalk and stared in disbelief. Sir Wobblebottom twirled and spun and flopped about like a no-brain jelly bean, leaving everyone included shocked. Just when it seemed like Sir Wobblebottom was done, something incredible happened. The blueberry pies on his head began to glow. A soft hum filled with the air as they levitated off. And they started orbiting some tiny fruit moons. The pies began to spin in a perfect harmony, faster and faster, until they emitted in a beam of blueberry light that shot straight into the sky, turning the clouds a deep shade of purple. Alfredo the Almighty paused mid-spin. His cape was fluttering dramatically. I have never seen such pie-based artistry, the unicorn admitted, blinking in awe. You have won the dance-off, Sir Wobblebottom. Off the roller skating elephants. The crowd, mostly pasta animals and a couple of ravioli pigeons, cheered wildly. The macaroni unicorn graciously conceded defeat and offered them a golden spaghetti key, which apparently unlocked the secret of sauce. No one knew what that meant, but it sounded important. Sir Wobblebottom, ever the disappointment, accepted the key with a humbled bow. Now his pie slid off his head and hit Gerald in the face. Typical. Wiping blueberry off his monocle, the cactus was a bit angry from that, but he got past it. As they were about to leave Spaghetti Land, the mysterious golden apple port reappeared, now accompanied by the smoothing sound of elevator music. Without hesitation, Sir Wobblebottom and Gerald jumped back through, arriving safely back in Gumdrop Grove as if nothing had happened. Except for one thing, Sir Wobblebottom was now permanently followed by a small cloud of orbiting blueberry pies, which hummed quietly and occasionally hummed jazz tunes. Gerald pretended to be annoyed, but secretly he liked the pies. And so, life returning as usual, weirdnesses ziggity-zong. Gerald continued to critique calligraphy. Sir Wobblebottom roller skates through the forest with his pie, and the golden pineapple was never seen again. Or was it? Thank you for watching. If you like this, make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you soon.